start. Okay, tell me your name and what do you do?
My name is Rihanna Lynn. I'm the founder of Journey Foods. We're a food technology company here. We offer software services to food companies, ingredient companies. Many are based here in Austin, but they're actually now our international clients are some of the world's biggest food companies. Our goal is to feed 8 billion people better, and the way that we believe we can do that is by bringing software and data to the food products and the food owners and the food scientists that create products for us every single day, right? So all of the delicious food that we buy from grocery stores and we order on Instacart every day, there's data that we put behind that so that they know how to make the food more nutritious and maybe optimize the costs, perhaps make it more sustainable, these food products. And I originally was a biologist before I became a technology entrepreneur, and moved here to Austin this year. Been co-located between Austin and Chicago for a few years. And so the Austin community has been really great to Journey Foods. We have several investors here now, and I'm really excited to continue to grow the company here in 2020 and beyond.
And so why did you decide to do this type of company, tech company at that?
Sure. So my work has always been at really the nexus of food and technology. I grew up thinking that I was going to change the world by being a doctor or a scientist or researcher, but I quickly realized I didn't really want to stay in the hospital or the lab. And it's been really exciting to me to think about ways that software and data have been changing some of the world's biggest industries. And with an entrepreneurial mind, we've built a team out, and we're excited by the things that we're doing. So it's a great place here to build a software company, and we're thinking about how we can offer and create the future of food work in the form of a data worker or in the form of a software service.
And what would you say is some of your biggest accomplishments? Like, what would your mom say? Like, my daughter, she's done all this great stuff.
Yeah, it's interesting. I gave up working, long-term positions at the White House or with some of the biggest research companies. Worked at Google, and I still came back to wanting to be an entrepreneur. And so I would say the biggest accomplishment has been my persistence and team building. Of course, there's lists that you can make, like one of the few Black women across the country to raise more than $1 million for a company. Those are great accomplishments, but I think my mom and my family are really excited about the fact that I've merged and created a career for myself when I thought that I was going to go down a certain path. And that's what's so great about entrepreneurship, is that you can craft out your future, and I think that's what they're most excited about.
God, I love it. So what advice would you give to young people who are thinking about entrepreneurship?
Entrepreneurship is a tough road. You have to be very passionate. You have to be very, very persistent when you think you have an idea that can really change your life, your family's life, your community's life. So the biggest lessons that I've learned has really been around self-care and wellness. So finding, of course, there's hustle culture and grind culture, and that's how I started out as an entrepreneur. But what I've really learned is that sleep and wellness and good eating and quality network around you and friends, just stability, spirituality, whatever you can do to make sure that you're whole, that you can get through a very hard grind for many years. They say it takes 10 years for overnight success. You're not going to be an overnight success for most endeavors in entrepreneurship, and so remind yourself to always take care of you first as an entrepreneur, and the rest will fall into place.
Awesome. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
I would say entrepreneurship is freedom. For me, as I mentioned, I thought I was going to be a scientist, and what gets me up every day and most excited is that we can literally change the world through private business, through small business. We can change so many lives, whether it be hiring our friends, building jobs in the community, or literally changing one of the world's biggest problems. there are so many dreams that are deferred because we don't become entrepreneurs, and so other advice is just to like have at it, build a great community, and continue to dream.
I love it.